Welcome, everyone. So excited to be here and connect with you. My name is Allison Barrios de Gachana, and I work for the Multicultural Education Department. I am delighted to be hosting this session this morning. I have wonderful colleagues that I work with here with me. I'm going to bring them up. Their names are Martha Lamrouex, Beverly Crespo, and Yvonne Garcon. And they're here to talk about tech tools for engaging ELLs across grade levels in ELA classrooms. So excited to have you, ladies.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, just housekeeping information for us. Please use the chat box to communicate. I believe this on this side or that side. I'm not sure where, but you can communicate with us and we will be delighted to answer questions and read your comments throughout the presentation. As always, we always ask our audience to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. The technology department is so excited to have so many wonderful viewers to come back and view all this wonderful information shared during this conference and throughout the year. Also, we have some moderators that have wrenches next to their names helping us this morning. All right.
Hi, my name is Martha Lamrouex. I teach 8th grade ESOL Language Arts at Lake Worth Middle.
Hi, I'm Yvonne Garcon. I teach 8th grade ELA ESOL support at Lake Worth Middle.
Hello, I'm Beverly Crespo. I teach 6th grade English Language Arts ESOL support here at Lake Worth Middle.
Today we're going to talk to you about educational technology. Educational technology is so important because it helps broaden the horizons for all the students that we have. It gives them tools for the future and stuff that will help them get ready for college.
Our job as educators is to prepare our students for the future, socially and academically. Computers are all around. Yet, unfortunately, many students aren't receiving education in that area. As educators, it is our job to bridge that gap to prepare them for jobs in the future.
Our section will cover tools that we have used in the classroom and have seen work with our students. They can be used across all grades and subjects and are easy to use for lessons. Tune in Friday, October 15th.
All right, so ladies, take it away.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Martha Lamrouex. So today we're going to be talking to you about educational technology. Educational technology is so important because it helps not only take the pressure off learning for students, but it also allows students to focus on their learning. It gives them a sense of ownership. And as you saw before, it helps them prepare for the future. Next slide, please. Some of the research on the benefits for technology for students include that it helps foster their engagement. It helps them score significantly higher on different standardized tests and different assessments, possibly due to like the personalized learning aspect. And it also makes learning accessible for them. I remember as an ESOL student, it was so important for me to be able to understand context, especially with language. So having a personalized component, especially with technology, helps students soar in their learning. All right, next slide, please. All right, so the tools and programs that we're going to cover today are the Read and Write for Google Chrome, Screencastify, Achieve 3000, Flocabulary, Lumio, and Jamboard. Next slide, please. The first tool is the Read and Write for Google Chrome. This is a great tool and it's available as a free and a premium version. Please consult with your department or district in terms of what you can access, but it is also a great tool because it helps students get into close reading. In the next slide, you'll see the different components. Okay, so some of the features include text-to-speech, text and picture, speech-to-text, word prediction, highlighting inside documents or on the web, and creating and listening to voice notes, plus simplification and the summary of the text on web pages. Especially with the simplification and summary on the text on web pages, it's really great just because when you're trying to learn English, and you go on a web page, a lot of the time you have different ads on the side, and especially with kids that are not only learning to speak the language but also read it. If you want them to focus, this part of the tool is the best one that you can have, to just have everything that you need on one page, so that it's accessible to them in a way that will like allow them to just focus on the story. The picture dictionaries are also really great because it allows them to put a visual to the word. Again, everything is about context. The speech to text is able to help them practice speaking in a way that is non-threatening, because the focus will be on them completing the assignment, not feeling as if they're being put on pressure in front of their peers. And then the collecting and the highlights are great for summarizing and research, and you can broaden that to highlight main idea, highlight the thesis of an argument, highlight the counter argument, highlight the main points or the main details or evidence, anything that you're trying to find in the writing. And that will not only help them understand what they're reading, but it'll give them a larger context for the future when they're in college or university and that they are creating their papers. The future is digital, so having access to things that we are used to having in person, like a highlighter or something, but having digitally, can make a world of a difference in terms of what the student can achieve. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are the read and write toolbar features. As you can see, it's the different buttons. You have the word prediction, you have the word dictionary, you have the picture dictionary, you have the speech to text, you have highlight in 4 different colors, and you have an explore search. Yes. So those are the different components. That's usually what the toolbar looks like. And there's also premium features that once you purchase it, you can see. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next tool is going to be Screencastify. This is also available in the Google extensions in the Google Play Store. So this is another tool that can be used. Next slide, please. And then with Screencastify, you can record, edit, and submit. Allison is going to show you a video that I recorded for you, just showing you the process. You're going to put your information as asked by Ms. Hawk. Vas a poner tu información como te pidió la señora Hawk. Y después vas a ver que van a ver una serie de historias pequeñas. Then you're going to see that there's a series of short stories that you need to find the main idea. Hello again. So in the previous part of the video, you saw that I had embedded some text to show you something that is available to you when you are editing the video. Another really great thing about Screencastify is that they also offer you this toolbar while you are filming. So you have a pen in which you can select any color ink that you want and annotate. There is also the rectangle tool in which you can highlight something that you want to bring attention to. Then there are also the stickers, which are really fun for our students. There is also the erase tool if you want to erase something that you've embedded into the video, or you can just clear the screen. With the mouse, like you can do different styles of clicking. So this one allows you up to 5 minutes of recording. So these are just some extra tools. This is what the editor looks like, and you can crop, zoom, blur, add text, or delete any part of the video that you choose. You can add a title, you can upload extra videos, which is what I will be doing to make the current video that I'm showing you now. So thank you so much for staying with me, and I hope that this tool is useful for you. Okay, so that was one of the videos that I made, both trying to help a student and also streamlining the process for you. I love Screencastify, especially when I mentioned the emojis. If you do a video for your students celebrating their work and you put a bunch of emojis and you click and there's fireworks, it's so great and it makes them so happy, and it brings that fun aspect to learning. Plus, it might even awaken the love for editing or filmmaking for a student. So technology tools, yes, they help with learning, but you're also going to inspire a lot of creativity. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next tool, it is a premium tool. It's available through your district or through your school or principal. It's called Achieve 3000 Literacy. This is a fantastic tool for ELL students when it comes to helping their literacy. You have things such as 5-step articles that also have something called a stretch article, which can bring the article close to high school or like beginning of college level. You have vocabulary that will engage like different learning styles with allowing them to hear the word, see the word, even kinesthetic in the sense that they can play games with the vocabulary in front of them. It bolds it, it asks for their opinion, which also for ELL students, depending on your culture, sometimes you are taught to, just receive information, maybe not argue back. This helps ease students into a culture of giving their opinion, of, investing themselves into the academic conversation. So, and they can do this with their peers and they can see comments, they can personalize their learning in such great ways with this tool. So as you can see on the image on the left, it highlights the different steps for the activity. On the image on the right, it highlights the vocabulary. And yeah, that is the usual setup for Achieve 3000. Next slide, please. Okay, so the Achieve 3000 features, they're also really great about giving you equitable access. Depending on your lexile, sometimes you might have different types of articles. Achieve 3000 will help you with the levels, but it will allow students to have a common article. And it'll also adjust as the students progress through the program and then keep going higher and higher in a way that will help them reach a higher lexile level in the future. It also engages them with a level set assessment at the beginning of the program, and then it streamlines the process through a differentiated text, educational assessments, and automatic adjustments. So these are the different features available to you through Achieve 3000. It also helps automatically grade things. So being teachers, we have so many things that we're doing all of the time, and this will just help give you information about your students' progress, but also make it easier for them and for you when it comes to grading different assignments. Next slide, please. Okay, so the next tool is Flocabulary. Again, with reading and writing through language arts, with ELLs, making the students feel like they can relate to the content is super important. Flocabulary is a tool that uses hip hop to engage students with the text around them, with different concepts in language arts. And the District of Palm Beach County was so great. They provided different ESOL teachers with a license for Flocabulary. And if you want it as well, next slide, please. They are offering a free Digital Citizenship Week program. And you do not need to purchase this, but it will give you basically a taste of what you can experience with the program. The lessons include video, vocabulary cards, vocabulary games, the read and respond that is usually at like state assessment and standards levels. A quiz, a lyric lab. In the lyric lab, the students are able to engage their creativity again by tuning in instruments when they answer questions correctly, or they recognize their vocabulary cards. This is super important for ELLs because it helps them engage with the vocabulary and really make it part of the conversation. And then it also includes lesson plans. So if you go to facebook.com/vocabulary, you will see more information about their Digital Citizenship Week, which will run from October 18th through the 22nd. Next slide, please. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce Miss Garcon. She is a wonderful resource. She co-teaches with me, and she's going to tell you more about Lumio.
Thank you, Mrs. Lamrouex. Good morning, everyone. So as Ms. Lamrouex said, I am going to talk to you about Lumio. Some of you might know it by a Smart Suite. Before I begin, I'm going to show you a video that pretty much summarizes most of the features and how you can use it. Next, please.
Welcome to Lumio, where it's easy to turn your lessons into active, collaborative learning experiences to engage your students on a whole new level. Magically deliver lessons to student devices, whether they're learning in class, remotely, or on their own time. Start with your favorite content, including PDFs, PowerPoint files, Google Slides, YouTube videos, or a blank lesson. Quickly and easily combine the pages you want from different file types into one engaging Lumio lesson. Then bring it to life by adding images, text, and embedded video. Enhance with customizable game-based activities, graphic organizers, and much more. And now, find thousands of ready-made resources directly within Lumio, including lessons, templates, and digital manipulatives. You can even record instructional audio right in your web browser that students can play back as many times as they like for guidance and support anywhere, anytime. Lumio is flexible, allowing students to connect to your lessons in a web browser on any device, either in person or remotely with web conferencing. Guide them through your lesson, or let students explore at their own pace, and easily change delivery modes at any time with the push of a button. Students work on their own copy of the activities, while you observe and give feedback in real time using that activity's dashboard. Outside of class, students can continue their work on their own time with your audio instruction to guide them. For more insight to learning, you can add live polls, formative assessments, and game-based quizzes. Connect students and spark collaboration even at a distance with whole class or small group collaborative activities with a shared canvas. Students work together to contribute text, images, ink, web links, and more simultaneously in class and remotely. You can easily view which students added and edited items and add your feedback in real time. After the project is finished, you and your students can review it later with all the day's great learning captured. Lumio works with the classroom tools you already use daily for less context switching and tech headaches, making it easier for everyone to learn and use. Save time, foster strong connections, and keep students learning actively together wherever they are with Lumio. Try it out for free at lum.io.
Okay, so as you can see from the video, the reason why Mrs. Lamrouex and I really enjoy using Lumio is because of the flexibility. There is so much you can do with it. Next. So the main functions, as you saw in the video, it is a digital learning tool, and it really does foster student engagement. So as you know, we do teach ELLs, and we both are 8th grade teachers. So the thing we liked about it, especially last year when and I know you know, it was extremely difficult getting the kids engaged, especially those at home. But when we did these lessons using Lumio, there was 100% participation. The kids did enjoy it, and they did it so quick. I was surprised. I was asking myself, are you sure you did it? And they're like, yes, miss, yes. So that goes to show you how much fun it was. And it's something, being someone who's taught different grade levels, I could tell you, being an elementary school teacher previously, you can work with your elementary school kids doing this. They'll enjoy it as well. You don't have to be an ELA teacher. It has different subjects, as you heard it in the video. You could be the school counselor, you could be the art teacher, the music teacher, whatever subject it is, they have resources available for you. And the thing that I like about it also is that if you are someone who's not really comfortable with using computers per se, they already have lessons that are pre-made that you can use. And once you get a little more comfortable with it, you can start creating your own lessons as well. Next slide. So how does it work? So the first step is you're going to open your class panel. So you're going to log in on your computer, and then you're going to display the class ID to your students. Step 2 is the students themselves, they will go and log on to hellosmart.com. And step 3, they're going to enter your class ID and their name on their device in order to join the session. That's how you get started. Next slide, please. So this is an example of one of the templates that they have. So it's called Shout It Out. So what it is that you would have the students follow the directions that I just told you, and you ask a question. So for example, since we're doing this together, one of the questions could be, which country, state, or country, city, state, or country are you from? And then you guys would type in your responses, and they would pop up, and we would be able to see. So it's pretty much a blank template, that one. If you wanted to add a picture, as you can see, I added a picture. You could personalize it, make it however you want. The thing that we like about Shout It Out is that you get an instant response from the students. It's great for brainstorming or starting discussion. It allows you to see what they already know. You can use it when you're introducing something to see what prior knowledge they have. You can use it to make connections. You can use it to share ideas or opinions. There's so much you could do with it. And the best part is it doesn't even have to be in the beginning of the lesson. You can use it towards the middle or the end to kind of gauge where the students are. So one of the activities is called Shout It Out, and we really enjoyed using this one. Next slide, please. So the next activity that we've used with our students is called Match 'em Up. And as you can see, we use this to reinforce the vocabulary words that we were learning when we were reading the Telltale Heart. So it was great because the kids, once we did the definitions with them and things like that, and they got to practice the words for a few weeks, we created this so that they can get individual practice. So what you see is the vocabulary words are on the left side, definitions are on the right, and they would have to match them up. If they have it correct, it would attract to each other and they have a match. And if not, the words go apart. So it was a great tool and they enjoyed this. And you can use it. It doesn't have to be full vocabulary, whatever you want to use it for, but it's great to reinforce parts of a lesson that you learned so far. Next slide, please. The next activity that we did was fill in the blank, and this was also with the Telltale Heart. And the thing I really liked about this was that we used it to check their comprehension. As you know, a lot of our beginner students, or even intermediate students, they have difficulty responding. They are very shy or apprehensive about participating. But with this activity, they were able to participate. And we were asking them grade level questions. So this question, what do the eye and heart symbolize in the story? This is an actual question from the HMH series. And the kids now, when you give them this activity and you give them the sentences and you give them the words, they were able to answer it on their own. So they can, so as you see, they can answer it with scaffolds, and it doesn't take away from the processing, from them processing content. Depends on the class that you're in. You can do this however you want. You can have them do it individually. If they are higher students, they're more proficient. If they're beginners, you can do it as a whole group. So that's the thing that I like about Lumio also, is that you can personalize it and tailor it to the needs of your students depending on the class, because we know each class is different. You could be teaching the same thing throughout the day, but the students are different, their needs are different, so you can gauge how you want to use it, and that's what's great about this. Next slide, please. So I know it's a lot what I said, and just listening, if you're like me, you need to practice this on your own. So these are the 5 steps that you can take in order to create your own Lumio lesson. So if you think of the acronym SEEDS, that will help you. So the first one, the first letter S stands for start. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose how you want to build your lesson or resource. Do you want a ready-made lesson? Okay, or do you want to use a lesson you already have? The choice is up to you. Then the E stands for enhance. You're going to enhance your lessons by making them interactive. The third step, the next E, is for engage. You're going to engage your students. Either you're going to decide, do you want them on their individual device where they can work at their own pace? Do you want it to be more collaborative? I've even had lessons where I've done both. That I started off collaborative and then I've had them work individual or vice versa. So it's up to you. The next step, D, stands for deliver. You're going to deliver hands-on learning. And the last S is for share, the best part, where you're going to share your lessons with your students, and not just your students, you can also share them with your fellow teachers. Next slide, please. So as I was saying, I know it was a lot of information. So if you want more information on Lumio, you can click the first link, and that's on their website. They have a tab that says training. They have a lot of information there. And the next link is YouTube. That link is very helpful also because you see you see different videos with the different steps that I just talked to you about. So those two videos were very helpful, and I hope you found this to be informational. So now I'm going to pass it over to Mrs. Crespo, where she's going to talk about Jamboard.
Thank you, Ms. Garcon. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be discussing Google Jamboard. Next slide, please. Google Jamboard is a collaborative digital whiteboard. It is a fantastic tool for learning and practicing oral fluency. The features are simple and it's very visual for our ELL students. Next. To access Jamboard, you need to log in to your Google account. Then look for your Google Apps on the top right corner. Search for the Jamboard icon, then click on it to be able to open the Jamboard. Next, please. When you open your Jamboard, you're going to find several tools that you can use. Also, your students can use these tools. It's going to be located on the left side of your Jamboard. The first tool is a pen. Students can write, they can draw. It also has a marker, a highlighter, and a brush. The next tool is the eraser button, which you can erase mistakes, and also the students can erase some mistakes they have done. The next tool is the select tool. This tool allows you to move things around your Jamboard. It could be sticky notes, pictures, different stuff. The next tool is the sticky notes, which you can create questions, and the students can use the sticky notes to respond to your questions, and you can choose different colors for your sticky note. The next button is the add image. You can upload images from your computer. You can resize the images and you can move them around your Jamboard. The next tool is the shapes. I really like this feature because with the shapes, you can create different graphic organizers. For example, you can create a Venn diagram. The next tool is the text box. This tool, students can type, or you can create questions for the students. And the last tool is the laser, to point and draw attention to something in the Jamboard. Next, please. There are many ways, interactive ways to use Jamboard. Today, I'm going to focus on 3 fun activities that I use in my classroom, and my students absolutely enjoy them. These activities are the mix and match, the closed passages, and graphic organizers. For these 3 activities, I use the go-to strategies to scaffold the content for my students. The first activity is the Jamboard mix and match. The purpose is to practice reading and defining academic vocabulary words. This activity is very good to use for students who have an English proficiency level 2 to 5. For the level 1s, you can scaffold the activity using pictures, cognates, or using word banks. The teacher provides the academic vocabulary words, and the student matches the vocabulary words with the correct definition. And I'm going to show you an example of this activity. Next slide, please. In this example, you can see that the vocabulary words are located on the left side, and on the right side, you have the definitions. And there's a picture of that helps the level one students. So the students can work in pairs, or they can work in small groups to match the vocabulary words with the correct definitions. And I really like to use this to practice oral fluency, because the students can take turns reading the vocabulary words and reading the definitions. Next slide, please. The next activity is the closed passages. The purpose is to increase comprehension of a text and to increase inferencing skills. This activity is very useful, and you can use it for our students who has an English language proficiency level 2 to 5. To be able to scaffold for our level 1 students, you can use word banks. So the teacher provides the text where the target vocabulary word is eliminated, and the students fill in the blanks using the word banks. And I'm gonna give you an example of this activity. Next slide, please. Here you can see I choose a chunk of the text, and the target vocabulary word is eliminated, and the word bank is provided for the students. On the right side, there's the vocabulary words. So the students need to read the sentences and select the correct vocabulary word to fill in the blank and complete the sentences. Next slide, please. Our last activity is the graphic organizer. The purpose is to increase comprehension of oral and written language through a graphic. This can be used with our students that are language proficiency level 2 to 5, and it also can be used for our level 1. The teacher models and teaches the use of different graphic organizers, and the students uses the graphic organizers to take notes and to structure the writing. And I'm gonna show you an example of this. Next slide, please. Here is an example of a graphic organizer, is the 5 W's and 1 how. In this graphic organizer, I provided the questions to help the students write a summary of the story. We was reading the Titanic, and also I provided the picture for those level 1 students because it helps them describe and visualize what happened in the story. Next slide, please. Now I have an activity. I would like you to open a browser and type in the link below and share your ideas. I want to hear from you. If you have used Jamboard or what kind of things you can do with Jamboard that you're might do. The link is below, is bit.ly/3A capital F 7P I capital U. Again, is bit.ly/3A capital F 7PI capital U. So in the activity, once you log in, you're going to be able to see the Jamboard is a brainstorm Jamboard, and the question is posted in the middle. It says, how do you use Jamboard in your classroom? And if you haven't used Jamboard, how are you planning to use the Jamboard? We would like to hear from you. Please share your ideas. Thank you for those who are beginning to share their ideas. Next slide, please. I'm going to share some links. If you haven't used Jamboard, there is a beginner's tutorial that you can watch different videos on how to use Jamboard, and they explain the different features. There's a free resources in the second link by Mrs. Park. You can make copies of free Jamboard templates. The third link, there's also free Jamboard templates. And I also included the go-to strategies for you, a PDF that you can go ahead and look more about and learn about the different other strategies that we have and that we talked today. Next slide, please. Now, does anyone have any comments, any questions that we can address?
Wonderful, ladies. Thank you so much for sharing how you use these tools to support your English language learners. We definitely believe that your students are so blessed, so lucky to have you in their classrooms. There was a couple of comments about how flow vocabulary can be used by teachers who don't have necessarily the Nearpod account. At this time, we have tried to answer to the best of our ability by sharing that actually the Multicultural Education Department has purchased a license for teachers who have either an LY, which is an active ELL status, or LF, which means students that are now in the 2-year period where we monitor how they're doing. These teachers, even if they have one student in their class rosters that have this, that are either LY or LF, they will have that Nearpod license. And so that is really great. Will teachers be able to view this PD after the session is over? Yes. We're so happy to announce that all the videos on our channel are going to be available for 30 days. So they can be viewed multiple times, so you can go back and review some of the content that was shared today. Again, it's such a wonderful opportunity to be here with colleagues that I respect and love so much. Just also, we wanted to remind you the agenda today is so good. We can't wait to see how you're going to join some of the other sessions that are prepared and available also to continue to support you and your students. And guess what? We have a door prize for our session. And you will be happy to know it's actually an Epson printer. Like, I really want it.
Me too.
Now, you have to be present to win, and only we can ship to USA. But here's what you need to do. You will have to type in the YouTube channel chat box the following. You need to type hashtag capital B, B-6, and then capital T, E-C-H for tech, and then capital C-O-N-F for conference. And you only have to type that once, okay? And after you do that, automatically your name will enter a drawing, okay? This is so amazing. I am just so delighted to to be able to do that. I'm so excited. Let's see how many of you have entered already. It's so nice. It picks it up automatically. So we're going to give a few minutes to those that are watching to type. Isn't that amazing, ladies, that we get to give some goodies also?
Yes. And we're so thankful for everyone who joined in on the session. It means the world to us. We know that our students are the world to us as well. And we just, found some tools that we thought would be really great for you. So thank you so much for stopping by and, watching our session.
All right. I'm not sure why I don't see entries. I'm going to have to refresh. I apologize if that is an inconvenience for us. All right, ladies, if you can help me while I go back to the session and try to do this one more time. Ooh, technology, don't you love it? I promise you that this is going to work. I promise you.
So, as Ms. Lamrouex said, yes, thank you for joining us. And we really hope that this was helpful for you and beneficial, because we know what it's like to be in the classroom, and we try to provide you with tools that we've actually used and have seen to benefit the students, and that not only benefit them, but they also enjoy, like Mrs. Lamrouex said, because you know what, if the kids are not enjoying it, then most likely they're not going to want to do it. So you got to kind of sneak it in there, like we do with their vegetables when they're eating. So yeah, it's just a fun way. They really enjoy it, and they even ask for it too sometimes,
All right, I have we're troubleshooting that drawing, so be patient with us as we try to do this.
Hey, Allison, can I have you hit the word back?
Say that again one more time. I'm so sorry.
Hit the word back on your screen. Is this your screen? See where it says back in the middle there? Yeah, Allison, that's your screen.
Yes.
Or I can bring it up.
Yep,
Okay, so
I am here.
Okay, PBC Tech. Okay, so it looks like it could work. Hang on.
This is all live. Yoo-hoo!
Yes, at least you're not getting spammed like our other channels. We have some kids who are having a lot of fun in some of our other channels. They're nope, now he's here now. Great. Let me.
And we do have some patient viewers that wanna really win that Epson printer.
Okay, I got it up here, so I'm gonna bring up my screen.
Okay, awesome.
Again, we apologize for the spammers. We're going to try to do something to get rid of them. And don't forget, you need to put hashtag PBCTechConf in the chat box. And it looks like we got 17 entries here. So I'm going to hit the draw. Ready? Go.
Ooh, who's the winner? Who's the winner? Alina! Oh. Oh, sorry. No, sorry. It was Cherie Austin.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So if you don't mind just emailing john.shoemaker, and I will work on getting your prize.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much for staying with us and being patient as we troubleshoot. Again, this is a thank you from the technology staff, myself, my colleagues. We're so happy that you could be with us. Yeah, Cherie! Woohoo! Congratulations. And stay tuned for more. So close for Alina. Yes, Miss Dana. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.